What up, everybody? I finally got around to watching Joker on 4K. I saw this movie probably 3 times in theaters when it came out. I absolutely loved it every time. This is my 5th time now watching it, and every time I watch it, I just pick up on brand new details I never caught before. Very, very thoughtful movie. Um, when I bought this on 4K when it came out a couple years ago, I watched it on my Xbox One S, which does have a 4K DVD player, and it looked pretty good. Like, it was a solid 4K. But now I got a new 4K TV, got the 4K DVD player, and I was just so excited. This was gonna be my first pick, but I bought Ant-Man first, and I wanted to do that review first, so I did Ant-Man first. But I really wanted to test Joker's limits and see how good it would look. And I was blown away. I also have a couple of more reviews coming out for 4K movies if you guys are interested. Mortal Kombat, Birds of Prey, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and a couple more. I think you can bash Morbius all you want, but that 4K transfer is fucking beautiful. I really want to watch it on my new TV and the Batman. But I hadn't really done a review of this movie, so I'm going to kind of mix it together. I'm going to talk about the 4K aspect really quick. But don't get me wrong, watching this in the movie theater is great. But holy shit, this transfer to this 4K disc is just perfect. I mean, the cover art's amazing. Excuse me, but I mean, you got so much color going on in this movie. It is, some scenes are really dark, but the really dark scenes have a lot of color to them in a way, if you know what I mean. They'll be in like a really dark room, but there's some lights that still give the scene some light. Every single time there's color, especially when Arthur, especially when Arthur is on the Murray Show with Robert De Niro, like the colors just pop. Like you can see the cigarette stains on his fingers. The cinematography is great. The score is awesome. But the Dolby Atmos and the Dolby Vision, and now since I have the TV, I actually have HDR. I didn't think HDR would make that big of a difference. I thought it was just like a brand new gimmick. Holy shit, was I wrong? It makes a huge difference. The tears coming down Joker's face, the face paint, everything you can see on his face, everything you can see in the city from the beautiful cinematography. It's great, coupled with an amazing score, probably my favorite score in movie history. It's just amazing. This movie's a masterpiece in my mind. The only thing I would change would be like the ending. Not like when he puts the blood on his face, I would keep that, and I wanted that to be the ending, but there's a scene after that, and the scene is kind of telling us what happened before, like kind of how he got out of the mental hospital that they talk about at the beginning of the movie, which I didn't catch the first time. I thought he got arrested at the end of the movie, and then I watched it this time, and then I was like, this is my 4th time. I never caught on to this. If I'm correct, you can tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't care. But I wouldn't change a thing in this movie other than that part, which it doesn't really bug me at all, because the ending when he puts the blood on his face is just so badass. Acting is super well done. The script is awesome. I really like the story. When I caught on to the point where, when we got to the point where Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne were being introduced, I was like, I kind of don't want this. Kind of just want it to be about Joker. But the way they took it, it felt natural. It felt like it was a part of the story. And then Arthur has to go through this whole situation where he finds out he's actually adopted. But before that, they kind of trick you into thinking Thomas Wayne is Joker's dad, meaning that him and Batman would be brothers. And they were like, the first time I watched this, I was like, there's no fucking way. That would be just kind of ridiculous, don't you think? And then it turns out he's adopted, and you're like, oh God. And then he's crying, and then you kind of feel bad. The acting from Joaquin Phoenix, in my opinion, is better than Heath Ledger. but at the same time, they're two completely different Jokers. So I can't really say that because our Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is more of a depressed maniac, as to compared to Heath Ledger, who is more of like a crime boss guy and didn't really. I mean, you could say he had mental health issues. He was fucked up in the head, but Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, Arthur Fleck, just goes through a lot more shit, I think, and it just makes him even crazier. But me personally, I do love Heath Ledger. I think he is great. I think he's a bit overrated. Rest in peace. I wish he didn't die. It would have been cool if he was in The Dark Knight Rises. But Bane wasn't bad. I really do like him, but I just think this performance is just golden. Everything about it, the laugh, the way he moves, the fucking amount of weight. I don't know if he lost weight, but I mean, he looks like he had to it for this movie. Really skinny. His ribs are just sticking out. It's disgusting. There's not one scene that's wasted in this movie. There is a part with a girl that's a bit confusing, but in the end, it turns out she wasn't actually there the whole time. Took me a few watches to actually get that, and then watching it this time, it completely changed the viewing experience in a positive way. Just solid of a masterpiece movie. That's all I can say. If you do want to watch it, please, if you do have a 4K player, if you don't, I'm not going to rush you out to buy one, but if you do, this is definitely worth the $30-$40. I can't get over how well the cinematography looked. The colors, especially, that was like the highlight for me. Every scene, every part of the city is just lit up with color, even if it's really dark. It just looks so good and crisp and clean. There's so many like shots of just the subway going under the underpass, and it's just breathtaking. It's so beautiful to look at. And most importantly, HDR, Dolby Vision, and most importantly, Dolby Atmos packs a huge punch. I had it. I didn't have it cranked up all the way. I don't want to listen to it too loud and blow my speakers. I had it right in the middle, but I found like the perfect balance where it was pretty fucking loud, but not too loud. Dialogue is super, super clear, and the whole movie is just beautiful, crystal clean. What more could you ask for from a 4K transfer? And on top of that, a terrific A+ movie. Definitely giving it a 10 out of 10. One of my favorite movies ever made. Thank you guys for watching.